Guys, in a few minutes, the new CPI data report will come out, and that will determine if Bitcoin is going back to the upside or if we get continuation to the downside. I have regardless some good news, but let's have a look what's going on and let's go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here again on this Wednesday today. So one thing directly before we go into anything here. First of all, smash the like button if you are here, because tomorrow, most likely, I will be not here, guys. I will be most likely not here tomorrow. So be prepared for that. I'm not sure yet because I have to fly out again. So I'm not sure if I actually will be able to make a video tomorrow. But when we are looking now here at the consumer price index, then you can see that the last one was 2.9%, and right now, as you can see here, 2.9%. The projections for the CPI in 4 minutes from right now is 2.9. So let's talk about what's going to happen if CPI will actually be 2.9. So if 2.9 will be happening, in my opinion, nothing really is going to happen. It will be a nothing burger in the worst case. In the best case, Bitcoin will pump to the upside, but most likely just nothing is going to happen. I know that Bitcoin is moving here right now, pre-CPI release already back to the upside. So, but most likely if we getting 2.9, we're gonna retrace that whole move and stay where we were just a couple minutes ago. So if we come in below 2.9, then expect that Bitcoin is going to explode really quickly to the upside and going past $97,000. Once we're above that level, we trigger a shit ton of liquidations on the short side, which will bring us really quickly into higher prices. So if we come in hotter than 2.9, which will be really bad, be prepared that we are way longer stuck in this range than everybody would like to. So here the DXY is also pretty indecisive right now. There is no real upswing, no real downswing. We were earlier here pushing to the downside. Now we are again at that stupid 108 point level and not moving from there. So, but this is again because of CPI. Everybody is waiting what the report is saying and determining based on the report in which direction the market is actually going. So here we are pulling back now a little bit again, but not really going anywhere when it comes to CPI. Something else that I want to mention before we go here back to the CPI report, because we have like a little bit more than 1.5 minutes before the report's actually hitting the market. Addresses over the last couple of days, Bitcoin addresses are actually accumulating, whale addresses to be exact here, accumulating more and more Bitcoin at these current prices. So, and that is definitely bullish if you see this happening here over the last couple of weeks, regardless where the price is. So they don't really care where the price is. They keep dollar cost averaging, adding more to their balance because they know the bull market is not over. We might be stuck here still for another maybe week-ish, until the following week, Monday, in the worst case scenario, and then we definitely have to go to the upside. There's no other way for Bitcoin to do that. So now I want to actually go here into a lower time frame chart. So here on the 50 minutes chart, you see we tried to break here above $96,500 from that ascending triangle that we have shaped up here. If we get that breakout, I think the target is somewhat 98,200. Yeah, $98,275 would be the target here if we are breaking out, and we would be also not too early to break out. We are basically exactly at the sweet spot. So this here is the window within we should break out in the best case scenario. So here in 10 seconds ish, we get a new 15-minute candle. So, and it would be not surprising if that one would be already pushing out of it here. So, but we need to know what the CPI data says. So now we should have CPI. What's Bitcoin doing? Going down a little bit. So this is bad. So first initial reaction of Bitcoin is going to the downside here. Look at this. So now the question is, what is the CPI number. So this could be, oh wow, free. Yeah, free is bad, guys. I told you if it's higher than 2.9, this will be really, really bad. Now you see here the immediate reaction to a 3.0 reading. Let's see how low this will actually go. And from where we are bouncing back to the upside. Yeah, this is not good, guys, to have here 3.0. We're going to give it here. Actually, let's go to like a 5-minute chart. Yeah, this is a huge bearish engulfing candle here on the 5 minutes chart. Even though we try here to push back to the upside. So let's see here, what do the altcoins do? Yeah, many of them here getting hammered right now. Let's see here. Yeah, this is definitely not good. So, but to be fair, I would have expected more downside than what we are seeing here currently. So this is actually still milder than what I was expecting. So I was expecting here $93,000 or something like that, and it did not happen. So here just a $1,000 move, a 1% move in Bitcoin is not a dump for me, you know. So, but let this settle a little bit. So let's have a look here. So March, yeah, 3 point, yeah, this is really bad. So is here the overall year to year. Yeah, also this rose, year to year also rose. So this, yeah, that's why we are seeing what we are seeing right now in the Bitcoin price. So I'm gonna wait here a little bit, another minute or two to see what's going on here. Yeah, this looks not good, not good. So, but as long as we are not breaking here, let's see, what should we not break? Yeah, so I would not be concerned unless we break here $94,100. So basically that low here. This here might be a first warning sign if we get below that at 94,690. But really concerned would be somewhere here around 93. So as long as we are above 93, we should be fine. So, but yeah, of course, this does not look really good here with such a reading. So let's go then into some higher time frames where we are at. I maybe also change in a second the title. So how is that possible, guys? Futures is pumping, CME is pumping, while spot markets are crashing. This is crazy. Or I just did not react to it. Insane. So here on a 12-hourly chart, you can basically say that we got another rejection here to the downside. Here, another, yeah, at least another 10 hours here until this current 12-hourly candle is closing of downside before the stochastic is bottoming out, potentially turning around here. We have lost the point of control, which is also a bearish sign for further continuation to the downside. The EMA ribbon is still not reclaimed. I can tell you there will be at some point you're gonna get here a massive move to the upside, but it most likely will happen out of nowhere when nobody is expecting it, and that will liquidate most likely everyone that is short right now on Bitcoin. So because I can tell you one thing, with that move to the downside, more shorts piling in right now, and they will be just rocket fuel at some point when we turn around and go to the upside. Because the only thing that's happening right now is that the Bitcoin price keeps getting here suppressed. So, and the more the price gets suppressed, it can go on here, like I said, all the way down to like $93,500 maybe. And then you're going to get the revenge move, a big spring here to the upside. On the 4-hourly chart, on the MDX algo, scalp gradients, so here something has already happened. Usually when you get this sign here, this is a reversal sign. So now I have to mention, usually when you get this reversal sign, in some instances, we come back one time lower, as we also did here right now. We are slightly lower. And then from here onwards, we start that reversal. I've seen that many, many times with this indicator. So usually when I see this, I know, okay, we are kind of close, but we are not there yet. So, and this is what I always see when this is happening here. So the react indicator is also right now trending to the downside. We got rejected here from $96,429. And the next level for Bitcoin here is, $93,700 approximately. So that level needs to hold support. If I draw here a line, 93,700, so kind of like here. Yeah. So this level must hold. If that level doesn't hold, then Bitcoin starts to get in trouble to hold above the $90,000 level. Also here, oh, sorry, that was the chart I read earlier. So yeah, see here. As long as also here, this downward sloping trend line is holding, this, that is right now major support for Bitcoin. As long as this is holding, we should also expect a bounce from there if it's not happening before that already, because here you can see here in the next 8 minutes, when the RSI hits the bottom, most likely we're gonna turn directly around again. So this is just here trying to mess with people, catching stop losses, trying to scare you out of your position kind of thing right now. So let's see how my Bybit trade is doing. Oh, wow. Sorry, my ZoomX trade. So I'm at break even. So I can now add more to my position here, because I am actually starting to end up here now a little bit in a loss, which is fine. I have no problem with that. I will just add here now a little bit more. So I'm in 10x leverage. Let's do this right now. Market. So I'm gonna add here another $23,000 kinda. Come on. So now I made the trade a little bit bigger. And now I just wait, because my liquidation price most likely will not get hit. Again, guys, if you want to trade with me together, especially in situations like that where it makes a lot of sense to actually open low leverage trades, then go into the description. There is a link to ZoomX. It's non-KYC, so regardless in which country you are, you can use ZoomX. They will never ask you forcefully to complete any KYC, and this is definitely the best non-KYC exchange out there. I know the team was in the office and everything, so I trust them, and I really, really like them a lot. So let me check here something quick with my Bybit account, because I get here now a little bit into trouble. No, this is still fine. This is still fine, nothing to worry. So now, here on the liquidation levels, I was expecting that Bitcoin is turning around and starts liquidate the high leverage liquidity levels here with CPI coming out. But of course, that did not play out right now. And this is a massive, massive problem because now we start liquidating the lower leveraged positions that are sitting all the way down here. We could go technically, we don't have to, but technically we could come all the way down to $92,686, $50 actually, to take them completely out. From there, we would get a bounce, in my opinion, because to the next level, there is $1,000 in between, and a little bit of nothing. So which makes it highly unlikely that the market maker would push beyond that point and then reverse it back to the upside. On a liquidation heat map, also here you see, here was the highest, now we can see it, here was a high concentrated area of liquidity that was now taken out. Also here you see $93,700, again, a big level of confluence that we are seeing here right now, where price potentially could go to before we reverse them back to the upside, because you see here below, there is not really anything, you know, so that's exactly what I just said earlier. So from there, a move, again, $99,000 is still here on the map. The only problem is, when are we getting this move? Because as long as the economic data that is coming out is messing with the market, you cannot really rely on indicators, even though they are all overextended, which means that at some point a massive reversal is coming. The problem is, when is it coming? I can only give you a time frame that I expect it to be happening, and that is between now and the next, what is this, Wednesday, the next 10, no, not 10 days. Is it 10 days? So this is another 4 days. Yeah, no, it is another 10 days. Yeah, so between now and the next 10 days, I expect that Bitcoin will actually be able to reclaim $100,000. Now, I will not hide this from you. My Bybit trade is suffering right now. It was looking much better earlier when we were at 96. But this is still fine. I will keep adding to this trade, guys. So don't be mistaken here. I will keep adding to this trade regardless. So I added here already a little bit. You can see here, this was yesterday like $40,000 or something. Now it's for almost $65,000. I will keep adding to this. And if I have to, I will also add more margin to protect this trade from liquidation. But for now, there is no issue in my opinion. We're still fine here. And you see we're getting a little bit closer to the $93,700 level right now. Most likely we're going to touch it here while we are still on the stream. Again, if you want to trade with me on Bybit, also there's a link in the description below. Don't forget you can get a Bybit card, $500 funded into your account by Sunday if you sign up between now and Sunday, guys. So I'm gonna pick some winners. The only thing that you need to do is sign up on Bybit and deposit at least $100. Now, the Bitcoin dominance is pushing back here a little bit to the upside. Not surprising with a move like that in Bitcoin that we are seeing here, but overall, I still believe that the trajectory is to the downside. And also this will unfold in the next 7 to 10 days, in my opinion. So now, when we're looking at Ethereum, so here, this is now really bad for Ethereum, that we actually have lost this cluster here of $2,600 to $2,700. We are now testing the underlying cluster at $2,270 all the way down to $2,500. Again, these levels here, everything below $2,700 is a huge opportunity. I cannot stress this enough, guys. What huge opportunity that is to be able to buy Ethereum that low, because look here, the stochastic is flatlining, the RSI is oversold, the MACD is about to turn around here. So this will not last long, guys. This is a huge opportunity. You have here also a bullish divergence on the daily chart, so it just needs to play out. So, and this is another sign why I believe that at some point you're gonna get here this massive swing back to the upside, where you get like a 20-30% move in one single candle, not only on Ethereum, but also potentially on Solana here. So here, remember the trade setup that I gave yesterday. So we are coming here really close right now to the entry here of $186. We are basically 2% more or less away from it. I hope you have your limit order set there. Because it looks like that we are going to hit this here pretty soon. So look here on the 12-hourly chart, stochastic still going down, MACD rolling over again, RSI down. So give it a couple of hours and we might actually hit this before it's turning around. Then Coty tried to break back into that falling wedge here, got rejected, also rejected at 7 cents 0.5. We were looking really bullish yesterday, to be fair, but now, as you can see, that is not the case anymore. On the lower time frames, let's see how we're looking here. To be fair, the 4-hourly chart is also looking bearish, but not as bad as many other charts that I have seen. So this here can easily turn around again if Bitcoin stops to be acting out here. And then you actually get here also a nice round reversal. So here, if I squeeze this a little bit together, you can see that we are potentially forming here a bigger W pattern on Coty. So it just needs a little bit more time to form here, maybe into mid-February, end of February, before you get here a nice breakout to the upside. Then AVAX also just retesting here a big buy cluster. So this is a huge buy cluster. I don't expect this to be breaking here, especially with the indicators setting up in a way that we are potentially bouncing here pretty soon. Again, Bitcoin needs to go sideways or get its act together and come back into higher prices. And then you're going to get from, what is this, $24.75, a nice move here in direction of $28. Next one is near. We spoke yesterday about this. Here, nothing really has changed. You still need a break above that trend line here of $3.37. Or if we come anywhere between $3.07 and $2.92, that would be another level where I would get into near for a move here back to the upside. Then Aptos was one of the good coins for today, actually. So I see Bitcoin is getting its act right now together. So the initial panic has now already settled, and we are going back a little bit. So expect also altcoins to react to that. So here, yeah, also Aptos starts to climb back up here. We were at $6 something, yeah, $6.11 today already. The indicators still look all super, super good here on the daily chart. So this might be one of the strong coins today. If you're looking for opening a position here, a scalp trade, so this would be now a scalp trade that I would get into. I would get here at around, yeah, so that's what I would do. So around $5.99, $6-ish. You can potentially trade this, not as high as this. Yeah, so for a short-term trade, this would be absolutely fine. So here, $6.54, $6.55, with a stop loss at $5.77. That would be a good short-term trade that potentially can play out here in the next 48 hours. And yeah, that's already everything for today's stream here. I know it was a little bit short, but there was also not much to talk about, you know, so it could only go in one of either direction. So now we are seeing here that the initial shock in Bitcoin is already over, because you see a bounce. Now we only, yeah, you see here we start already to go back to the upside. So maybe, let's see here, something else happening on the calendar just now. So let's have a look here. Core CPI. No, so there's only the testification from Jerome Powell at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. Once again, don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I go and hit the gym right now, and I hope you make here some money. See you potentially after tomorrow.